EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Dak going to put it up right away. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Prescott on 1st down. On the run to the right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Jaquan Brisker there to bring him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Oh, the ball's out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Duvernay to return. Now a hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to go out of bounds, but it's a moot point really because it ends up being a turnover on downs. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he's going to have a Bears first down by a couple of yards. Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 18 yards on the connection. 1st down, Chicago. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That is caught to the goal line and in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. That is first touchdown of the new year. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. On play action, here's Dak. He'll let this go for Pickens. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. It's second down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. Looked like one of the Cowboys was there to recover. Indeed, they will keep possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Dak facing third and long. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. So third and long, trying to pick up a first down to keep a drive going. Instead, the worst result. It goes back the other way, Greg, and the defense scores with a pick six.
Mike, sometimes there's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless, and I think you find yourself in third and long, you're trying to make a play, but sometimes you just press a little too far, and this time it leads to the turnover and the pick six.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's first and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Big Grady Jarrett shuts it down. From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. Play action now. Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Pickens, first catch. And that's good for a first down. Set to go now on first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll bring up second down. Prescott. That's into the hands of Jaden Blue. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. 17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the first. On the play fake, Dak. That is caught by the tight end, Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That is caught downfield by Odunze. A gain there of 27 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Right back to Moore, another grab. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal when we come back. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter as they go to work on first and goal. On the bootleg, it's Williams. Our first down throw there is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
So the ball still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. Throwing again, Williams. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Cole Kmet, touchdown Bears. That his second TD catch of the season. Santos good on the extra point. And the Bears will take a 21-7 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They put Pickens in motion. intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Gordon. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kaiir Elam. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott backs down the field for Lamb. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last two throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next two drives, come out here, establish the run, go to ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the RPO, quick toss to Burton. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Cowboys' 16-yard line.
Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he'll take it on in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago. For Burden, that is his first touchdown in the NFL. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. A 1st down throw for Prescott. That one swung out to Blue. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. Going for it all. That is brought in. And he will score. Devontae Turpin. Touchdown, Cowboys.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. Now an opening past the 30. Still on the move. And he will dive into the end zone. 92 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears are able to extend the lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Prescott now. To the left side. Caught by Lamb. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. Prescott on 1st down. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. That is caught. And he will go all the way. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Duvernay on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. He'll go underneath to Swift. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down. So 1st and 10 here now at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Williams. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Williams. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. To the left side, he's got Kmet. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Bears 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Williams to the air once more. To the right side, caught by Burton. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth 1st half. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. 2nd and inches. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On third down, here's Swift. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Chicago.
In today's game, Mike, we're so used to seeing everyone go for quarterback sneak in this situation. 3rd and inches, just let your quarterback kind of barrel forward and get a fresh set of downs. But a nice change up here, giving the ball to your back. Not only does he pick up the first down, but he gets plenty of yards after that.
And he's in! DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
He'll come across the 20 and take him down at the 21-yard line. First down, Prescott. A quick slant, taken by Lamb.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
On second down, it's Dak. This one is caught by Turpin. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. That's good for a Dallas first down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's down the field for Lamb. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Again, Prescott to the air. He's got that complete to Turpin. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number one. Prescott again. Lets it go downfield for Ferguson. And that is incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down. Throw again, Dak. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. It's going to be third. They need one. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. They'll stop the clock. 24 seconds to go until halftime. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That's complete to Blue. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Second down, Prescott. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Third and short. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. To the air again. Prescott. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Duvernay on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
They're going for it. Here's Williams. He's got the hook up there to Ogunze.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run here. Another run by Swift. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's the big tight end, Colston Loveland.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll carry this one inside the 20, into the red zone. Give him 8 on that carry.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Moving outside the pocket. Got his man at the 6. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
That's good for another Chicago Bears.
Swift will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. Forced out left. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. Moving to his right. Now he'll run. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Jalen. Johnson.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the 2nd half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 4. Off play action. Here's Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And he's lucky this one didn't go back the other way, Mike. He got away with just a bad decision, bad throw, and defensively, you get a chance to steal a possession for your offense. You got to capitalize and make those plays.
Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown.
So it's third down, and just seems clear that he's just trying to do anything to keep the drive alive. But even though you're trying to keep the punt team off the field, you just can't be careless and reckless. And that's really what he ended up being, Mike. And defense takes advantage and takes it back to the house.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys are able to cut into the deficit. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They will run it over center with Swift. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Third down and 9.
Brings up third down and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. That complete to Swift. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Bears first down.
So just think, I mean, a couple minutes ago, we see a pick six. I mean, the last thing you want to do is the next time you step in the huddle is go 3 and out. So that's a big conversion. Now they got to find a way to get some of this momentum back, go down and get some points, and let everybody move past that pick six we saw in the last possession.
Here's first and 10. That's a short throw caught by Kmet. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Give up the middle with Swift. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 5. Williams. He'll swing this out to Swift. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. And they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, the 7 for second and goal. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he'll take this one in. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago. And another score puts them in great shape here in the fourth quarter. Greg, looks like they are on their way to 3 games and 3 wins.
And they say the only thing better than being 2-0, Mike, is being 3-0. And barring something unforeseen here down the stretch, they're going to get their 3rd straight victory to start this season. Can't ask for a much better start. And this is going to give them a real good opportunity late in the season to find themselves in pretty good position.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he shows off his strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Out to his right. He's going to run it. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the 1st down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
And he's very close to a 1st down. He's out after a pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Prescott now. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
And he will have the 1st down. So they took a chance on 4th and 2. Didn't get it by much, but they do convert to keep the drive going. Prescott. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. That'll give on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Now Prescott. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
Down inside the 10. And they continue to churn out 1st down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense.
To the goal line and in. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown Cowboys. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This will pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. And give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes Swift. They toss it right. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They'll go again with Swift. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage, but he's not gaining any either. It's third down.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
On third down, it's Williams from the gun. Open man is Hamler. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. And even 30 yards.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go. We got Biggie Foster. Biggie Foster. Let us up.
And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver. They get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid gain.
Now it's 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one in the win column for the Bears. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.